What's up, rock stars? It's Rocks with a little bit of talk about what's at the top of the blogs. So let's get to it. All right, rock stars. So first story up, it was all over the internet, all over social media yesterday, and that would be the verdict. Well, not the verdict, because Robert Sylvester Kelly had already been found guilty on federal racketeering and sex trafficking charges. Yesterday was the day that they were doing the sentencing, and the prosecutor was looking for 25 years at least, and had asked the judge to do so in that regard. And the defense, you'd be trying to sound official. And the defense was asking for 10 years or less. Okay, RKelly has been in jail since when? Has it been? It's been a few years that he's been in jail. I told you guys already that they was not letting that man out. Once they got him in there, I didn't see him seeing the light of day. Anyways, no time soon. And sure enough, the judge has given him 30 years in prison, and that's 30 years federal, which means that he's going to do, 90% of that time? So 90% of 30, what's that? That's 27 years, okay, that as of now, he will be doing. All right, when the judge did give the charges, she said that she took into consideration that RKelly himself was a victim of sexual abuse, child abuse. He was abused by, don't give me the line, you guys. It was somebody in his family. It was either a sister or an aunt. I don't remember who exactly it was, but it definitely was a family member along with a landlord. And the judge said that, his prior history with sexual abuse as a child does explain his behavior in part, but it doesn't excuse his behavior, So stop it, Louis. So once you, once you know better, you should do better as you get older. But time and time again, we've seen that when children start off on this path, a lot of times they repeat the same they repeat the same abuse to someone else. So, hey, stop it. Leave it alone. Shit. I don't know if that's crooked or not. Louis done knocked the tension holding this phone, the camera, is gone. So like it won't stay. So I just got it nigger rigged, and hopefully it will not get knocked over again. But anyway, getting back to the RKelly case. When the judge did give the sentence, RKelly sat there in his tan jail uniform. He had a mask on. He had on black rimmed glasses, and he had no expression. He had no reaction, not a peep. His lawyer said that he had been advised not to speak at this sentencing, and that's what he did. So, and he had the same lawyer, the same firm. What was her name? Jennifer Bonjean, I think. Bonjean, or Bonjean. But she was also the firm that represented Bill Cosby and got him acquitted. Well, got him released from jail from when he was, got that charge thrown out, and he's released from jail, and, we now know he's free. He did get found guilty in that civil case, but that doesn't affect his freedom. RKelly had, in the 9 months that this trial was going on, he got rid of his original legal team, and he hired on Bill Cosby's lawyer, and she was the one who represented him. Okay, she said that they did expect this and that they were prepared for this. Now they are prepared for, to fight the appeal because they are going to appeal this, which of course we already knew that they would. And we'll just have to see if there is any time knocked off, or if, in an appeal, is it to possibly get the whole thing thrown out? I don't see them doing that. My real rock star lawyers out there, y'all can let me know what happens on appeal. I mean, is an appeal just to totally just be like, no, it didn't happen, get rid of it? It seems like the evidence has shown and proved, that he definitely did, you know, abuse quite a few young girls, even some adults, but we're talking about the young girls right now. I know a lot of people have been talking about the fact that the parents haven't been charged, and many of the other yes men and the other, what's the word that I'm looking for? When you allow somebody to do so, I can't think of the word. I'm sure you guys will put it in the comments for me. But, you know, we've had all these people that should also be held accountable for what they did. I don't think that, unless I'm wrong, you know, if they haven't been charged by now, they're not getting charged. They got the man that they were going after, which was RKelly. And, you know, the parents and everybody else, yeah, some bad decisions, horrible parenting, but they still did not commit the act, okay? And so there's probably all these legal reasons why they haven't been brought to justice or brought, you know, up on charges as well. And again, my real rock star lawyers out there, you can weigh in on that as well. But yeah, I mean, they got their man. They got RKelly. That's the person that they wanted. That's the person that they got. Okay, so we'll see what happens in appeal. But as of now, I don't see Brother Man getting out too much sooner than, you know, him turning 77 years old, unless he gets out. I don't even know if federal court lets you. If federal charges, do they let you out on good behavior? Like, you know, do you go before a parole board like, you know, regular prison does? Y'all have to let me know. But anyway, that's that on that. RKelly in jail, 30 years. All right, you guys, next story up. Let's talk about the versus battle. I'll tell you guys what. I ain't never been so fucking tickled about a versus battle in my damn life, okay? And you guys, you know, we got a good giggle out of that Teddy Riley fiasco, but no versus battle has ever given me quite the laughs that this R&B showdown did last week. Now, it happened last Thursday. I didn't know it was on. Had absolutely no clue, okay? Didn't talk about it in Top of Blog last week because I didn't know. I was at a birthday party Thursday night, and when I got home and I saw all of the videos, child, okay, so originally the versus battle was supposed to be Omarion versus Mario, or Mario. I've always called him Mario, but I've seen people are calling him Mario. Whatever you call it, I guess it depends on where you're from. But in a, you know, in a marketing move, I guess that Swizz and Timbaland came up with, they decided to bring, you know, many fellas from the R&B, kind of like your 90s, early 2000s era. I mean, if we're going to do it, we're going to do it big. We're going to bring them all in, y'all. And we had quite a few people that showed up. But the bigger names that they kind of gave us a pre-versus battle would have been Ray J and Bobby Valentino versus Pleasure P and Sammy, okay? Now, I can tell you that I'm not familiar with hardly any of Sammy's music, and I've never been a Pleasure P, what's the group that he was in? Like, I've never been a fan of them either, so I don't really know their music either, but I definitely know Bobby Valentino, and I know Ray J's music. Well, I mean, yeah, I know it as much as anybody else has because, you know, the two fucking songs, okay? It's on and poppin'. You know, that song, It's On Tonight. And, of course, One Wish, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But, and Bobby Valentino, I can think of a whole bunch of songs, you know, that he had his own, him singing the hooks on different songs and all of that. When I get up all in ya. That used to be the jam. That is the best Lil Wayne CD, album, whatever you want to call it. I'm telling you, out of all of his CDs, I'm showing my age, huh? Out of all of his albums, that is the one that I can listen from beginning to end. Love all the songs on there, okay? But anyway, I'm getting off track. So we had this battle that was set up, the pre-battle. And child, if we would have known we was going to get this kind of show. Now, see, the versus thing, I think, put everybody in this whole we going against, you know, they've been making a big deal to make it say now, well, it's not really a battle. It's not really going, you know, against somebody. It's really a celebration of the music. And we're just, you know, everybody's just going back and forth with their hits or whatever. But honey, somebody did not tell Sammy and Pleasure P that. Them motherfuckers came in there on some old, I mean, you talking about the most extreme, petty, rude ass. I mean, they was saying and doing all kind of shit. I mean, from the very beginning, I had no idea that Pleasure P was like that, because the only Pleasure P that I am familiar with is the one that is on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, right? Was it Hollywood or was it Miami? Whichever one, I think it was Miami. Okay, but I wasn't, otherwise, I don't know anything about him. And when he was on the show, you know, he was pretty low key. I mean, his main problems was his women, right? I did not know this nigga was physical. I mean, he was off the fucking chain. They immediately came in there. It was just like, it's us against y'all. Because I don't really know. I know Sammy has a good voice. I have heard him sing, you know, I actually heard him at some sort of summer fest live out here in Atlanta one year. So I know that the boy could sing. But child, when I tell you, it wasn't even about the music. It was more so about them just really, they was like really begging, like talking about, like roasting. Oh my God. It was so funny. It was just hilarious. They had something to say about every single thing that happened up there on that stage. I mean, just basically talk. And then the MC, the person that was the host, who was that, you guys? Because he was the one that kept perpetuating the pettiness. He kept it going the entire night. So he was clowning the guys to begin with, and then mixed that with some alcohol, the testosterone, the egos. Now you mix all that together, and pow, what do you get? A bunch of niggas on that stage ready to fight. I'm gonna give you guys just some of the times where it really could have been some shit, right? First of all, Pleasure P, when he was like, where's Brandy? Where's Brandy? I heard Brandy was in the house because, you know, when Ray J first came out, he's saying, you know, he was like, shout out to my sister Brandy. Brandy, I see you back there, you know, because she was on the side. You know, Brandy is Ray J's biggest fan. Like, those two have a bond that is like no other, and they believe in each other. They pump each other up. I mean, actually, Brandy loves Ray J to death. Like, she is, which she should. I'm not saying she shouldn't. But honey, I'm telling you, that Brandy, I think that she just don't even see any of the bad in Ray J. She only sees good, child. You would think that boy was her son. Anyway, he got up there and he was like, it's on and popping, and in the club. That song do kind of be jam. Boom, 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 ding, 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 ding. Ding, ding, ding. That shit do kind of be jamming when you be in the club and they play that shit real loud, because when you hear it first come on, it be like, bring, 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 bring. You be like, oh shit, I'm really up here dancing to a Ray J song. So when he did his On Tonight, is that the name of the song? When he did that song, he didn't sound bad, because really you don't have to, he's not really singing in that song. Or is it called Wait a Minute? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Hey, 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 hey. All right, let me calm down, because I'm feeling that song a little too much. Anyway, that Ray J got out there, baby. He had his sequin jacket on, okay? And the MC was like, he came out here in his combat pants. He was like, fam, don't even talk. Don't even talk like that, fam. I had this on all day. That Ray J is, I'm telling you, he is such an LA nigga. It is just the funniest thing to me. Anyway, so when he did that, he didn't even sound that bad, right? So the fact that he had shouted out Brandy, then Pleasure P was like, where's Brandy? You know, and that nigga commenced to singing and talking about he want to lick her from her neck to her navel. I was just like, oh, are you talking about the vocal Bible like that? Are you really? I mean, that was almost just like somebody saying something disrespectful to like one of our old legends, like Patty or Aretha or something. I'm not comparing the singing. I'm just talking about like, she's a legend. She's going to be the legend, the ones that replace, you know, the Gladys Knights and all that. She'll be up there in that. She's in that echelon. And this nigga talking about licking her from her neck to her navel. Oh, I was like, too much Pleasant P. What song is that? Is that Boyfriend Number 2? Boyfriend Number 2. I'm telling you, I don't really know those songs like right off of my head. I'd have to hear it, then I'm sure I would recognize it. But, you know, when Ray J came out there again to start singing One Wish, well, every time it seemed like Ray J would come out there, they would start up like, one wish, one wish, one wish. Why does Sammy say, nigga, I sound better than you on your own song? I was like, goodness, you know, Ray J was just like, I'm just like, no, go on, fam. Go on, you know, go on and sing the song. It went on and on and on. But when Ray J finally got out there to sing One Wish, and remember it had been a running joke like the whole time, that Ray J was so fed up. You know, hey, listen. If you singing on my shit, nigga, it's gonna be a problem. On some LA shit. That nigga was mad. He was just like, if you want to come out, and Sammy was like, nigga, I don't want to sing with you. I'm a soloist. I was just like, oh, this is a mess. But they was like, you know what? Let him sing. Let him get his, you know, let him sing a song. Okay. That nigga got up there and just made a mess of that song. And you could tell that they was all fucked up. I mean, it was points when Pleasure P had his brandy or cognac or whatever he had in his cup. I mean, it was brown. And so everybody was like for real on one. They was so damn lit. That fucking Ray J was, oh my God. So he got up there and he said, one wish, one. Some people wish to be a superstar. Wish I had a fancy car. Wish I had $1 million bucks. But how would you know being in love? So give me, pretty baby. I make my wish and I wish it all on you. Oh. Making love to the break of dawn. Me and you till my baby's born. 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 I said, Ray J, I told you guys that nigga cannot sing that song. Look, back in the day, I already told you guys this story, but you know, Magic Johnson used to have this Midsummer Night's Magic. It was like this big thing in LA. Like every year he would have a big party on the Sony backlots. And they would have all these stages set up and all these groups and people singing, and they would have vendors and they had food out there. And it was just like a big ass party, and everybody who was a who's who, all celebrities, everybody would be there. I mean, I heard some good people at that. But so, and then the next day, so he would have that on a Saturday night. Then on Sunday, he would have an all-star game and celebrities would go and play, they would go play basketball at the Forum. So, child, we was there, and at halftime, they was like, okay, now we got Ray J. And that nigga came out there, and he started with, It's On Tonight, or Wait a Minute, whatever it's called. But he finished that shit up with One Wish. And, child, we was so fucking over it. Everybody, collectively, the audience was like, boo! He was like, boom! I mean, and it just got louder and louder and louder. He was like, thank you, LA! We was like, nigga, get off this damn court right now. Till my baby's born, till my baby's born, till my baby's born, till my baby... Woo, shit! I was just like, Ray, now, you ain't had to sound that bad. And child, he had the baby in his hand here. I was just like, why you got that poor baby up there with all that foolishness going on? But he was so mad afterwards because they was all laughing at him. Like somebody said on the tweet, I saw a tweet that said that they are not taking Ray J seriously at all. I mean, it was at one point they was all singing like a trio. It was Bobby V, Sammy, and Pleasure P, like one wish. One wish, one wish. They was all harmonizing. That shit was hilarious. But Ray J was like, hey, listen, you know, I was trying to sing my song, you know, and I came out here and, you know, yeah, before I could even come out here, y'all was like, one wish, one wish. It was like, damn, you know, let me get my song off. Like, nigga, let me do this. Oh, my God. Hilarious. And his face was just sort of like, when he saw them singing, he was just like, So he was just so through, child. All that went on before we could even get to the main event, which was Mario, and Omarion. And child, Omarion got out there, and I was just like, oh, now what is this? Not only did he not sound good, you know, he can still do his little dances and everything, but I don't know if Omarion needs the whole bigness of a huge stage and, of course, B2K around him. I don't really know what it was. I mean, people are all entitled to an off night, but when I was watching him, I was just like, this don't feel like an off night. Nigga, I feel like I done missed something. Like, I was just like, what is happening here? I always thought that his voice was better than this, and child, and it was just a disaster. When he came out with that watermelon, I was just like, you taking the whole I'm sexy too far. I don't want to see you sitting up there digging your face around in the watermelon rind and all of this. I was just like, too much. And then him getting down on the ground and him simulating, you know, doing it from the side, his legs up in the air like, it's like this. He was like this. He was trying to do it. He had his leg. I was just like, boy, child, I done kicked the phone down. I was doing too much. But yeah, child, Mario was doing too much. Now, Mario sounded excellent. I've always been a Mario. I mean, you know, I've always liked his music or whatever. Like, they were kind of in that age bracket where I was a little too old to kind of be enjoying them, but I still was familiar with their music because I was close enough to that generation, to that age, you know? So I, of course, know his songs, but he sounded good. Like, his voice is still 100% there, okay? The rest of them, not so much, okay? Of course, Jeremiah, which I hadn't told you guys a long time ago, you know, because they also brought out some other people. They had Jeremiah there. They had Tank. They had another person that's, I think, on the Ray J's label. So they had other people, but Jeremiah up there, that nigga doubled down when he was singing that damn stupid ass, One Wish is so stuck in my head, I can't even think of the song. Wait, let me think of it. Oh, it was We. With we, trying to win, there's something I'm gonna die. When somebody told him to stop singing, he kept on going. He was like, somebody in the background said, hey, yo, you sound crazy right there. That shit was so funny. And child, when I tell you that next day, it was memes galore. The memes were hilarious, okay? It was the fucking gift that kept on giving. I'm telling you, that versus battle was everything. And it went on, really, it is still going on. So, you guys know Ray J, forever the businessman. He got together with the rest of the guys. Well, it was Bobby V, Pleasure P, and Sammy. He got them on his Instagram Live, and he was all on this humble tip, like, hey, you know, fam, like, you know, I was real lit. I was lit, you know, and I think that we ought to get like a group together, like a group. That Sammy came in there still petty because he was just like, because, you know, you took one wish and you know, you flipped it and you did it. You know, you sounded really good. Like, you know, and Sammy was like, yeah, I sounded good. He said, you know, because I'll be having my tea, like the tea that you should have had that Brandy Major, you know, because Brandy was saying on Instagram how she had told him not to talk, don't be drinking nothing but this tea, get your voice ready, you know, and Ray J was fucked up, drinking and just doing the most. He didn't take it seriously, and it showed obviously on that stage. So, you know, Sammy was like, so I had the tea that your sister made for you, and then they just all was just sitting there, and Sammy was like, I'm sorry, I be doing too much. I was just like, you do. And then they had Pleasure P coming there. So it was all four of them. Pleasure P seems like an asshole. He just really seems like he believes his own hype. Now, I'm not saying that, what is the fucking group that Pleasure P comes from? It's not that I don't know the group. I definitely know the group. I just can't think of the name. But I'm not saying that he hasn't, you know, accomplished a lot in their group or whatever. But he is just like, he really just make it seem like he just this big old bad. I was just like, and you can tell that Bobby V don't like him. Because when he was just like, first of all, he told Sammy he talked too much. He was like, you just talking so much. You know, can't nobody say nothing. So I'm just let you sit over there. I'm going to let you be the talker. And when they was like, okay, go on, Pleasure P, what you had to say? And he was just like, hey, you know, I just like, he basically was like, my shit is better than y'all's, okay? And I didn't got to where I am, and I only got like 2 albums. Like, y'all got, what, 5, 6 albums? You know, and he was just really, I was just like, Pleasure P, probably out of all of them up there. Well, no, Pleasure P is definitely more known than Sammy, but not Bobby V and Ray J, definitely not. So anyway, child, but that damn conversation that they had was so fucking funny. It was almost just like the versus battle, but without the music. Okay? Ray J was just like, you know, fam, so, you know, I'm just saying, y'all come on out here, you know, we gonna lay the vocals. We gonna lay the vocals, and then, cause y'all sounded good. Y'all sound, I was just like, I said, that Ray J. Honey, Ray J's motto is if you can't beat them, then join them and then make some fucking money off of them. Ray J is the epitome of a businessman. He gonna flip that shit. He gonna figure out a way to make it happen. He's humble enough to say that he fucked up. He laughs at himself. He is like, he don't give a fuck. He is gonna make some money off of that. And that's why everybody really still likes Ray J, even with all of his bullshit, because that nigga is funny as hell. So that Sammy was a mess. Pleasure P was a mess. Bobby V was just like, he was like, y'all niggas came on in there, you know, just like on some like bully shit. Like y'all tried to bully us the whole fucking night. They really did. They really did. But yeah, that shit was, ooh. Ooh, and I tell you, I ain't never laughed so hard. And that Ray J won't let it go. This morning, I go on Instagram, and he's getting vocal lessons from his dad. And I was just like, Ray J, let it go. Just let it go. We know that you had an off night and all of that, but Ray J was just like, no, I'm fixing to come back swinging. Like, I know I took an L the other night, but I'm fixing. I was just like, woo. I tell you, I enjoyed that shit. I was like, that was almost something that I would have gone live for on Instagram. Y'all know I am anti-live anything, right? Nigga always want to be ready, okay? You ain't gonna catch me slipping and shit. But I was almost ready. I was like, fuck, that shit was funny. I mean, I couldn't imagine just laughter after laughter. So anyway, that versus battle. And evidently, it's supposed to be the highest watch versus. Probably not at the time, but over the time afterwards, and everybody's going back to watch the battle and shit just because of all of that. Okay. All right, I've talked about this long enough. Well, actually, we got another little branch off from the battle, but yeah, you guys, it sure was a stone cold groove, but in the funny way. I enjoyed that versus battle. Y'all have to let me know what y'all thought about it. Y'all give me your good, your bad, and your ugly.